You ever close your eyes and just remember? The feel of a hot sidewalk under bare feet, the smell of lunch packed in wax paper, and the way the screen door would bang shut behind you as you ran out to play. Childhood in the 1970s wasn't flashy. It wasn't perfect, but it sure was something special. Today, we're looking back at 10 things from 70s childhood that are gone forever. 1. Saturday morning cartoons. There was nothing like waking up before your parents on a Saturday morning. Still in your pajamas, cereal in hand, eyes glued to the screen. Super Friends, Scooby-Doo, Fat Albert. Those few hours of cartoons were gold. That was your time. And when they ended, that was your cue to go outside. But once cable TV and streaming came along, the magic faded. Now, kids can watch anything, anytime, but somehow it just doesn't feel the same. 2. Tangled telephone cords. Every home had one. The kitchen phone with the long curly cord. You'd stretch it around the corner just to whisper secrets to your best friend. You could hear someone dial each number. Click, click, click. And if someone else picked up in another room, you'd yell, "Hang up." No caller ID, no voicemail. You missed a call, you missed it. Phones are smarter now, sure, but back then they had character. 3. Metal lunchboxes with thermos inside. Remember picking out your lunchbox before school started? The Dukes of Hazzard, Wonder Woman, Star Wars. It said everything about who you were. That metal clank when you opened it at lunch was like music. Inside, sandwich, apple, maybe some chips, and a thermos that always smelled like milk. They dented easily and chipped with age. But that just meant they were loved. Today's soft lunch bags? Just not the same. 4. Riding in the back of the station wagon. The third row wasn't just a seat, it was a whole world. You sat backwards, waving at strangers, making faces, pretending to drive. No seatbelt, no car seat. Just you, your siblings, and a box of crackers. Long road trips felt like adventures, even if you were just going to grandma's. When minivans showed up, the magic kind of disappeared. And those wood-paneled wagons? They're almost all gone now. 5. Drinking from the hose. You'd be running around, sweaty and barefoot, and then someone yelled, "Just drink from the hose." It tasted warm, rubbery, kind of weird, but it hit the spot. Nobody carried water bottles. Nobody needed to. Now folks worry about chemicals and filters, and maybe they're not wrong. But back then, that hose water tasted like summer. 6. Freedom to roam. Back then, you left the house after breakfast and didn't come back until the street lights flicked on. No phones, no trackers, just bikes, tree forts, and scraped knees. You explored woods, played kickball in the street, knocked on doors to see who was home. It felt free and safe and real. Nowadays, everything's a little more locked down, but that freedom, that was childhood. 7. Paper dolls and shrinky dinks. Before apps and tablets, creativity lived on the floor of your bedroom. Paper dolls with outfits you carefully cut out. Shrinky dinks that shriveled in the oven like magic. You watched them curl, flatten, and shrink into tiny charms. Felt like science and art at once. Rainy afternoons went by in a blink. Now kids have digital everything, but they'll never know the thrill of peeling off a perfect shrinky dink, or the heartbreak when you cut a paper doll's tab too short. 8. Roller rinks and disco nights. The lights dimmed, the disco ball spun, and staying alive pumped through the speakers. You tightened your skates and hit the rink, trying to look cool while avoiding wipeouts. There were slow songs, fast laps, and maybe even a little hand-holding if you were lucky. Roller rinks were the social hub. Now most of them are closed or turned into something else. But in our memories, they're still alive and still spinning. 9. Scratch and sniff stickers. Every sticker sheet was a treasure. Root beer, popcorn, grape. You scratched them gently with your nail and took a whiff. Some smelled amazing. Some were just weird. You traded them, collected them, and stuck them everywhere. Binders, desks, notebooks. Teachers gave them out like prizes. And somehow, that tiny sticker could turn a whole day around. 10. Drive-in movies. You piled into the car, blankets, snacks, maybe even your dog. The screen lit up as the sun went down, and you tuned the radio to the right station. It wasn't fancy. Sometimes you couldn't hear well, but it didn't matter. The stars were above you, your family beside you, and the smell of popcorn in the air. Drive-ins are rare now, mostly lost to time. But that feeling, that's forever. The world's changed a lot since the 70s. Some things we're glad to leave behind. Others? Well, they still tug at our hearts a little. Which one of these brought back a memory for you? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. And if you enjoy taking these little trips through time, go ahead and hit like, maybe even subscribe. We've got plenty more memories waiting to be uncovered. See you next time.